How's it going? Today I want to talk a little bit about suboxone and methadone, um, used as a tool to get off of opiates. Norcos, which is Vicodin, Percocet, which is the oxycodone, um, Oxycontin, um, basically any type of opiate up to heroin. It's extreme is up to heroin. And I wanted to talk to some people about what I chose. I got addicted to Norcos on how I chose to get off of it, and hopefully you can learn a couple things because I made a couple big crucial mistakes. First off, a little background. At my height of my addiction, I was popping about 20 Norcos a day. Um, and it got bad, money wise, and my relationship started to decline, and everything was starting to go down. So I got on a drug, a miracle drug, supposedly by the name of suboxone, and it was great. The first time I did it, I went to a rehab inside a detox inside a hospital. It was a 5-day detox for suboxone, and basically they started you off. You came in there, and first night you got one suboxone, and then the second morning you got 6 milligrams of suboxone, and that night 4 milligrams. And after those 5 days, they cut the suboxone down enough to where after that 5 days, your body has detoxed all the other crap out. And since you only were on the suboxone for 4 days at a low dose, that really should help you. You shouldn't need to be taking any more suboxone. You should be done. So once I got out of the hospital, once I got out of the detox, I felt normal. I was like, oh wow, I don't need suboxone and I don't need pills. Really, I'm fine. Actually, I feel good. But of course, even though I didn't need it physically, I was at such a bad time in my life. I decided I wanted to get high, to mask my feelings and all the crap that was going on. I didn't want to deal with it head on, so I wanted to get high. So, long story short, got back on pills. This went on for like another good 6 months, and then I moved back home to California, and that's where I went to a doctor and got back on suboxone. Now, this time though, it wasn't a 5-day detox. It was, you want to take 3 a day? Okay, I'll prescribe you 90 a month, and I did this for. I didn't take 3 a day because I don't have insurance, and they cost like $10 a pill. So I took about one a day, one or sometimes two a day, and I did this for like a year and a half. And I mean, I knew it wasn't good or whatever, and it wasn't. It made me so I didn't take any Narcos, or anything like that, because you would get sick if you did, and you wouldn't even get the high or anything. So it was cool thinking like, okay, I can live my life now without trying to hook up Narcos or whatever. I can live a semi-normal life. You can't drink on Suboxone, but for the most part, you're pretty, your cravings. You don't have any cravings, which is nice. You gain weight. Really bad for your teeth because it dries out your mouth. Okay, so bottom line, this is if you listen to anything throughout this whole message, just listen to this right here. No one should ever be on Suboxone for more than a week. 2 years, you're basically just kind of giving up and saying, okay, okay, all right, Suboxone and methadone, they're about the same. People go to the methadone clinic. You're substituting your addiction for another drug. So say you're on heroin, yeah, it's probably a good thing that you're going to the methadone clinic because you're not getting yourself in a dangerous situation, sharing needles, spending a bunch of money. You're going to the methadone clinic, but you're replacing that with a way stronger drug. Yeah, it may kind of level you out throughout the day, but this drug, the Suboxone and the methadone, after long, long periods of use, it gets just so saturated in your body to where when I went to where it's when you want to get off of it, it's the worst come off of any type of drug. I mean, so I was on the suboxone for a year and a half. Um, while I was on it, I got introduced to benzos because that was kind of I could take benzos to get a little high, and so I took the benzos, and that was kind of I don't really take those anymore. I take Klonopin as needed for anxiety, but so anyways, last year I decided, or about a year and a half ago, I went to a detox and um, got wanted to get off the Suboxone, and it was literally like the toughest detox I've ever went through in my life. No joke, about 30 days, 30 full days it took for me to actually get a full night's sleep, to feel a little bit normal, to have like any type of, you know, for me to have any type of drive to go do anything. 30 days. I wasn't sleeping. I was going to bed. I couldn't fall asleep. I'd watch the sunset, and then I'd watch it rise. And like I'd pass out maybe for a couple hours. You can't sleep. Um, so I didn't go cold turkey. What I did was I had Klonopin, clonidine, which is a lifesaver. It's a blood thinner, but it kind of like helps with the heebie-jeebies, I guess. So Klonopin and clonidine, and then for the first 8 days while I was at this detox, I was on Darvocet. They gave me Darvocet 3 times a day for 8 days. Um, and then after that 8 days, I left the detox center and then finished my detox back at home. And it was about 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks back at my house, just not, still very, very sick to the point where it was bearable just because I knew I'm like, well, I'm this far, and basically it wasn't like I was puking. I mean, after 2.5 weeks, it wasn't like I was puking and stuff like that. I was depressed. I didn't have any energy, but I could do it. You know what I mean? But I mean, for some, if you like, I have a son. His mom and I were not together, and so he was with her during this time, so I didn't have to worry about him because I mean that would be the worst when you're sick and you have to take care of your son, your kid. You can't do that. So I was lucky to kind of just, I'm self-employed, so I took the time off, and some people don't have that luxury of doing that. So that's kind of one thing that also helped me a lot was being able just to not worry about work or like family or money or anything like that. It was all about getting that suboxone out of my system. So you guys, if you need to, it's such a addicting drug. I know it's fun. It helps you. It's like your best friend. But if you want to get off of it, I mean, you're gonna be better off taking like trying to wean yourself off using OxyContin or Norcos or anything, and just don't go to the methadone clinic or don't go to take Suboxone. Only do Suboxone if you do it for maybe 4 days. That's it. If not, I mean, if you think you're gonna be a lifer, if you're someone that's like, I guarantee I'm not gonna be able to get clean, but I can't. I need to stop, using heroin. Yeah, maybe methadone. If you're on methadone for the rest of your life, that you know sucks, but that's what it is. It is what it is. But if you're a young person that does not want to be depending on going to a clinic or taking a very strong pill every day to get you through, you guys need to really realize that there's not. It's very tough um, to get off of methadone and Suboxone if you've been on it for a while. Got just a little bit of time left, so leave some comments, and I'll a couple other things that helped. Marijuana, definitely. Working out, even if you don't want to, just go and just bust something out. Say my bedroom. Clean your bedroom. Spend an hour on it, even if you're tired, you don't feel like it. Doing stuff like that, producing makes you happy. So, and running, exercise creates endorphins. Eat healthy, drink lots of water. Thanks a lot. Till next time. And cut. Cut.